Alrighty, hello and welcome, everybody. Whew. This one is going to be a stunner, my goodness. Welcome to tonight's fantastic Dino action. Good morning. If you missed this, if you've had a fantastic weekend, if it was a long weekend, maybe it was very busy and you're already passed out. Five Ways, hello. Yes, I was ready for you. I almost said hello Five Ways right at the start. Pterosaurus, anybody else watching right now, later on, if you're new here, by chance, I only play dinos, over 400 live streams, separate episodes. If there's anything you want to know about dinosaurs, I've probably experienced it, made mistakes, that's how it goes. I learn what not to do, what could be the best. Yes, here we go. Oh, a good weekend indeed. Yeah, well, we'll get right into it. Of course, Marauding Raptor, Otepec Huntmaster still, being the fantastic 2-drops. You could mix in against Underherd Migration, Drover of the Mighty, all those lovely things. But sometimes, I must say, I have had too much ramp, too many little things. It's kind of been painful. That's what I've only been left with. Maybe they kill the one big thing I play and I'm still left with, some mixture of Huntmaster, Drover of the Mighty, Topiary Stomper, that sort of thing. So I kind of like this. 8 things for 2. Maybe you want to up it to 10 things for 2, just to increase your chances of seeing a turn 2 play earlier, more often. Something like that. Yes, Dino Night. Absolutely. Oh, but there's lots of other ramp. Of course, Domri, 3 copies. It is our only interaction, so of course that might be a little bit too low for some people. We can switch that out easily enough. Maybe you trim a Tyrranax Rex, a Carnage Tyrant, free up 2 spots there, bring in a little bit more wide-ranging removal. You can target anything for 3 damage, or if you want to hit something pretty specific as well. Topiary Stomper, well, there's the ramp. Ramp. Nixos, yeah, well, of course you see the thumbnail there. Tribute to the World Tree. Actually, I probably should have started with that, but 3 pips of green. Really heavy in the devotion overall, but of course with the green. Topiary Stomper already, 2 green, shifting, 2 green. Lovely. Carnage Tyrant is 2, Tyrranax Rex is 3. So I really think Nixos, definitely. We've all faced it. We might have used it. We pretty much know what it is. But if you don't, you pay 2, you choose a color, you add an amount of mana equal to that, your devotion to that color. Oh, green is great. Green absolutely is great. The break point of this, you want to make at least 4 or 3. You're paying 2 and tapping this. So likely you're tapping 3 lands in total. Let's say 2 Karplusan Forests. They can tap for a colorless, so you can use that colorless for Nixos' ability. There you go. When you tap this, maybe you make 3 green. At the very least, you turn Nixos and the Karplusan Forests into green sources. You didn't have to take 1 damage, making green source for the Karplusan Forest. This, of course, becomes a green. But if you can make anything more than 3, that's lovely. You tap 3 lands, you make 1 extra mana, 4 in total. It's kind of like Castle Garenbrig, where you're tapping 4 lands plus Castle Garenbrig, 5 lands in total to make 6 mana. So you're up in mana. Nixos, usually up in mana. So that really could come in quite handy. Push us past, get us where we need to be. Play a bunch of tribute to the World Trees. Yeah, I think that's going to do the trick. Very excited. And of course, Xenagos. If you didn't see that little mini episode I made, cares about your devotion, total devotion to red and green. We're going to get to 7 quite easily. Turn this guy on, but if we don't, like I mentioned, it just doubles Carnage Turn. Give it +7/+7, this, +8/+8, which you will notice. Keep in mind, it was very fun. That was kind of nice to do some little editing tricks there, have the music go along with it. Maybe I'll do that a little bit more often. Just a short clip, give you a nice little bit interaction, what I'm looking for interaction-wise, or just a new addition to Dinosaurs. But yeah, Ancient Imperiosaur, love it. Fantastic, but it's in the sideboard, at least for tonight, because I've been facing a lot of Lotus Field, Azorius, Lotus Field, a lot of Rakdos, a lot of Mono Black. Ancient Imperiosaur has been kind of rough, because of course it can be countered and killed fairly easily. That has been rough, so I moved him in there. That's good. Of course, Xenagos still doubling Tyrranax Rex or Carnage Tyrant. Going to be a good backup, and if it's a fairly safe matchup, or if we are on the play so we have a better chance to get more creatures down sooner, you know, would it increase the chances of getting to Ancient Imperiosaur better. Maybe Mono Green Devotion, of course. Switch Ancient Imperiosaur for Tyrranax Rex, I can imagine, and well, that's going to be good. I defeated a Mono Green Devotion player with this. It was like a 32-32. Came down as a 16-16. Xenagos doubles that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Stunning. Lovely. But speaking of Lotus Field, Alpine Moon and Mono Green Devotion, of course. There you go. Because I've been facing those decks quite a bit, for good reason. As Alpine Moon enters the battlefield, choose a non-basic land card name. We choose either Lotus Field or the opponent's Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx. It loses all land types, all abilities, and it gains add 1 mana of any color. That's a no-brainer. That could also be helpful in 5-color decks, 5-color Fires of Invention, where they really want triomes, lands that are 3 different types. We make that land have no types, and that's really going to hurt Leyline Binding specifically, where it costs less based on each land type you have. It's going to be helpful in a lot of matchups. Hopefully we see it shine, and it is nice to have a turn 1 play, even though it is a source of red. It would have to be Stomping Ground or Karplusan Forest, so there still is 8 chances to get that turn 1 source of red, but still kind of low. Oh, yeah, you finally see me live. Yes. Oh, fantastic. Oh, you did run. Okay, good. I think I remember that Celestia midrange. Huh. I don't know. The games all blend together. I play the 10, 15, 20 matches in a day. So if it doesn't absolutely stand out, completely unique, something I've never seen before, sometimes I have a hard time remembering it. But it was lovely. Lovely to face you, win or lose. I always love playing dinos, and sometimes, of course, there is nothing you can do. But yeah, happy to have you. Yes, lots of Lotus Field. So try out Alpine Moon. It is pretty expensive in paper, but if you have a few copies on Arena, help out against Mono Green Devotion, Lotus Field. Maybe there's some deck that has manlands. Basically, every single deck is going to have perhaps a nice land that you can shut off. If it is Mono Black Devotion, you can turn off their Castle Lock Twains, where they pay 1 and 2 black, they tap it to draw a card, they lose life equal to the number of cards they have after they draw it. But if you can shut down Mono Black Devotion's card draw, card advantage with this, that can also be quite nice. Any deck could be useful. Spirits, Mono Blue Spirits, Azorius Spirits, but usually Mono Blue Spirits. They use Faceless Haven, which can become a 4/3 changeling. It's every creature type. If they use 3 snow mana, you'd stop that. You'd make it only tap for a blue, which can be quite helpful. Absolutely. Ooh, I'm excited for it. Yeah. Lotus Field, though. For anybody that doesn't know of it, there it is. Enters the battlefield tapped. They sacrifice 2 lands. They usually have something that makes them not have to sacrifice the 2 lands. When it enters, they stop the turn, or they have Strict Proctor, which we'll get to in a second. Actually, I'm going to bring that up because I suspect we're going to face it. Maybe this will help out you guys, or if you want to play Lotus Field. It is good stuff. Strict Proctor is strictly good. They call it Strict Lotus Field or Strict Azorius. whatever the name is, something like that. Strict Lotus, I think. Using the Strict Proctor here, the turn 2 play. Whenever a permanent enters the battlefield, it causes a triggered ability. Counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. So of course the Lotus Field player on turn 3, when they put down their own Lotus Field, they simply don't pay the 2, and then the triggered ability of sacrificing 2 lands just doesn't happen, and they get the Lotus Field for free, tapped of course, but that's usually how it goes. However, it really brings the pain to me. I don't have 2 extra mana to pay for Topiary Stomper to get a land. Tribute to the World Tree, of course, is enter the battlefield trigger. Strict Proctor stops that. It can help Marauding Raptor. If I have 2 Marauding Raptors and they're going to deal a total of 4 damage, they just don't do that. So it might allow me to get Shifting Ceratops down. It's not going to die. That's pretty good, but for the most part, it stops Regisaur Alpha from making a token. I don't like that. Quite painful with all this early stuff. So taking out the Strict Proctor is going to be very, very... if Kroxa was a dinosaur, 100%, man, that would be stunning. But keep in mind that Strict Proctor, and look at look at this. But my mouse is moving. The cord goes up against the monitor post, and if I move it too much, it moves back. Pause right there. Okay. Rending Volley. 4 copies tonight at least. It's lovely. Take out the Strict Proctor when they play it. Kill it on sight. That's basically it. It's going to be lovely stuff. They can't counter it. Now you have to enter full control. You want to enter full control when it comes around to their turn 2 or turn 3. If they haven't played the Strict Proctor yet, you want to wait. They'll go Strict Proctor on turn 3 for 2, and then they'll play their Lotus Field. But you want to wait, pause, take out Strict Proctor as fast as possible. Sometimes it can't happen. The Strict Proctor is going to enter the battlefield. You don't get a chance to respond until after the Lotus Field enters. They're going to play it right afterwards, and well, they already have the benefit from it, unfortunately. Man, that would be lovely stuff. It's really interesting. It hurts you. It can help you. It can help the opponent in a lot of fantastic cases. There are a lot of lovely use cases for this in any deck. Easy enough to splash for a single white. And of course, keep in mind, it is 3 toughness. If I ever wanted to go with Naya Dinos, or if I ever wanted to hurt the opponent, really, definitely, this is going to be good. Even if we have 1 land, maybe the Lotus Field player has went first, we're going second. That feels bad. We play a mountain for our land, they play Strict Proctor on their turn 2, but we can take out the Strict Proctor and they can't do anything about it, and they might just, concede because they were excited to get Lotus Field. They had this, and there's not a whole lot that can take out Strict Proctor without requiring a dino or some creature that can target. Rending Volley doesn't require that. Reckless Rage, of course, 1 red, 4 damage to a creature, 2 damage to one of our creatures at instant speed, but we would have to have something out already. Turn 1, there's not really much of anything. You want that red source up, especially if they've went first. You have to slow them down, if at all possible. Yeah, okay. Well, some good chat about that. Of course, Back to Nature, still in. Love it against enchantment decks, as always. And Bouncer's Beatdown, rounding things out. Again, like I said, I've faced a lot of black stuff. Take out Shieldred at instant speed for a single green. Kroxa. Hit Kroxa. Speaking of Kroxa, if we can tag it, we don't even have to kill it. When it's sacrificed, it just gets exiled, and we never have to worry about it again. As long as it dies that turn, boom, it's gone for good, which is lovely, lovely stuff. I was thinking of maybe going 3 Bouncers Beatdown, 3 Rending Volley, but I just want this Spirits, Greasefang, Lotus Field, maybe humans. Mono white humans though has so many creatures. Rending Volley taking out one, doesn't really do a whole lot, I've found. It's not that great. You want to take out multiple creatures if possible. Yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. 6 forest, no mono red source. Yes. It is. It is a great card. It's uncommon. Rending Volley is uncommon. Currently about a few bucks US, I believe. This certainly is dirt cheap, but I mean, this is the fantastic deck to use it for. Does the trick. Maybe you're staring down one black creature on the opponent's side. It has death touch. You don't really want to attack. You have your Carnage turn. You're going to get through a bunch of damage, but you do lose it due to that death touch. Now, Bouncer's Beatdown. You don't have to worry whatsoever. But yes, going back to the 6 forests. Tribute to the World Tree takes 3 green. I was messed up more than once, at least 3 times I think, not being able to play Tribute to the World Tree because I had that single mountain. One of those first 3 lands was the mountain. I couldn't play this. That's a no. So I was already kind of ready to cut that single mountain. This is definitely going to be nice, not being as messed up. Does single Nykthos? It might be a little bit awkward if it's one of the first 3 lands. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully that's not the case. But there is enough sources of red, I feel, with 4 Karplusan Forests, 4 Stomping Grounds, 2 Rootbound Craigs, and a Rockfall Vale. I think that should do the trick. 8, 10, 11. I may up it a little bit. 11 to see one of those 11 sources by turn 2 for one of these 2-drops. Could get a little bit iffy. We'll keep our eye on that. I don't really think I need Nykthos too much. That definitely would be a good thing to replace for a dual source. Sheltered Thicket, another Rockfall Vale, perhaps, something like that. Okay, wow, that was a little bit of an extended breakdown, thoughts, feelings about tonight, and let's get into it. Of course, starting earlier, no, not Convocasaur 2. Iterations. Let's cancel that. That's not the one we're doing. Hold on a second. Yeah, well, it's going to be good. Wife and kids are down south again, the shores of Lake Erie. So I do get some extra time to do this, anything related to this, and yeah, maybe finally set up my monitor, my second one, so I can see the chat right there. I can play games on my phone. I can play 2 different versions of Arena. 2 dinos. Oh, switch between them at the same time. That would be pretty sweet. Or stream simultaneously, maybe on TikTok or, Twitter or X. I guess it's called X now. And this. That'd be pretty cool. Hand looks fantastic. We got 4 lands. Huntmaster. Could get the hasty Shifting Ceratops on turn 3. If the Huntmaster survives, of course. But at the very least, we do have a turn 3 play of Domri, which is good. Oh, we've got this deck. I have a iPhone 12. Definitely does the trick. Gets the job done. Maybe it is Merfolk. This could certainly be Merfolk. It could be that combo. Whenever you put a counter on a thing, you draw a card. The infinite combo with the Benthic Biomancer. Fortunately, of course, Shifting Ceratops, we got that. Lovely stuff. Get that down. Give it haste. Certainly it could be nice to block it, but I like getting the clock going. 5 damage is going to be lovely stuff. If they have only blue creatures, they have a couple more turns before they're dead. I don't think they're going to be super aggressive. They can bounce it. Probably. They can block it. I think our clock is better at the moment. Yes, Merfolk. Okay. I don't imagine they'd have a counter spell for 1, so we're definitely going to be taking out something. Something, somewhere. Fighter aggression. That's where it's at. Shifting to take out the Silvergill Adept. Let's get attacking with that Huntmaster, do more damage, and do him in. They knew it was over, yeah. Excellent battle, yeah. Whew. Okay. Well, it should go pretty good. Definitely felt pretty nice to get shifting Ceratops. The opponent could literally not block it whatsoever. Oh, okay. This could get dirty. Very dirty. This is Merfolk. Most Merfolk are at least blue. Some are mono green, but for the most part they're blue or blue and green. So I think Rending Volley is gonna do lovely stuff. Now what to cut? Do I need to cut anything? Do I need Rending Volley? Domri, I like. Tyrranax Rex. Yeah. That looks good. I'd rather interact with some of their nasty stuff. The Lords, especially. Take them out. But it is pretty cool to have an excellent battle. Oh my god. Had to happen at least once tonight. Hopefully it is only once, but if I play for about 3 hours, which I'm maybe aiming for, 8 to 11 Eastern Standard Time, yeah, that'd be good. Ooh, I mean, it's also wacky. 3 Huntmasters, 3 Domries, but certainly that is quite a bit better indeed. We don't have a turn 1 Rending Volley, but we do have that source of red. Rockfall Vale entering the battlefield tapped. They didn't play any creature anyways, so it's not a total loss. The Mistbinder, like I said, they got Lords. Hopefully we draw another land next turn, able to go Domri or Topiary Stomper there. Now what will they do? That is the question. They'll flash in the thing to give it hexproof, I think. The Merfolk, whatchamacallit. Oh, this is beautiful. Or they have a counterspell themselves. I'm just going to go with Tribute to the World Tree. Do a little bit of setup, see if they have something. So they do have a counterspell. Good. We gain some valuable information. I do love when that happens. Imagine they'll play something this turn. Or they have another Wizard's Retort. Hopefully that's not the case. Certainly would have been more beneficial to kill the Mistbinder, but that's okay. I'll try for Marauding. Yeah, we got something. They got 2 Lords, sadly. It's going downhill quick. Ouch. Gotta take 7. Oh, but we keep getting the lands though. Certainly. Topiary Stomper, we're left with 1 for Rockfall Vale. We draw out potentially anything that they have. Marauding Raptor, love it. Yeah, that's something. That's pretty good. I can work with that. Still won't attack with Marauding, but Marauding would trade with the Mistbinder, Rending Volley to take out the Vidalian Hexcatcher, I hope. We'll see how it goes. Who they attack with. Not quite dead yet, almost dead. Sadly can't use Topiary Stomper to block. That will do it though. That's pretty good. A creature type of your choice. Choosing Dinosaur, bouncing 2. Ooh, ouch. Painful. Pain and suffering. But I think I still want to keep that Rending Volley, and I'm just going to use it right away if we see it. Yeah, that's about it. Hopefully seeing the shifting Ceratops soon and early. Rough stuff. Rending Volley. Let's see it. Let's hope it's not as wacky of a hand as the previous game there. Okay, yep, that's an instant keep. It's like, boom, flashes on the screen. I keep it. I saw 3 lands and this and this. Whew. Yeah, it's a no-brainer, 100%. Pay that 2 life and make them wonder what I have. Probably could have had it enter tapped, nothing too crazy that they may have played. Oh, I think we're in a good position here. Domri possibly to fight somebody that they play. Might be nice. They bounce Huntmaster, something like that, have a counter spell. I don't think they would have a counter spell for 2, but you never know. Well, change the equation. Okay, but we do have Carnage Tyrant eventually. We drew out to change the equation. That's okay. Imagine they'll want to start playing creatures at some point here. Silvergill Adept, not too bad. Maybe they play a Source of Blue and they have... Oh, they don't have Wizard's Retort. Good. They're tapped out. That means I could do some fun stuff like playing Domri, fighting the Benthic Biomancer, just leaving Huntmaster behind. I'll do it. I'll take it. Of course, Domri's probably going down here. Or do I want to preserve them? It's not a big deal either way. Oh, they're not attacking Domri. That is odd. I really would have expected that because they should have. Now we get Carnage Tyrant, bing, bang, boom. There you go. Phew, my goodness, that is fantastic stuff. I'm just going to sit back, relax. Things could get very bad next turn with a Lord plus Mutavault. That could have been too much pain. Oh, a Lord. What was I saying? So at the very least, this could deter some aggression. Shaper Sanctuary. That is that's pretty good. So whenever we target one of their creatures with Rending Volley, they will draw a card, unfortunately. Oh. I may just play another card. No. What do I want to do? What is the best thing? We could go Xenagos. Double Carnage Tyrant. But would they kill us next turn? Or another Carnage Tyrant and attack with the one that's out now. 2 of their creatures would block at least. Silvergill Adept. Both Silvergill Adepts would probably block the Carnage Tyrant that is out. Let's see if that happens. I like it. Maybe they think there's whatever. Embercleave coming in hot. At least we still get 2 damage through. Quite fantastic. I got rid of 2 4/3s. Fine by me. And we still get this. Love it. I got rid of 2 creatures without having to target them and give them extra cards. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully they don't get a bunch of Lords here, but still, they will not be killing us. Definitely. Ugh, they got 1 Lord. Okay. It is nice that they're still not attacking. Of course, Domri at 3, we get a fight. The Mistbinder. Love it. Draw a card. They have no mana. Then Rending Volley. Seems good. Yeah, I'll take it. Man, that hurts. good old Huntmaster. Now the question becomes... Nah. Actually, I'm going to attack with one of them. See what they do. Get through a little bit of cheeky damage and Carnage Tyrant, maybe finishing them off next turn, I hope. Hopefully they don't barf too many lords. This is going to get out of control. Real quick. Ooh, and they only have 4 lands. We don't have to worry about collected company, fortunately. Would they have a counter spell? Well, maybe. I can't fight with Darmy anyways. He only had 1 loyalty, so certainly might as well protect Marauding Raptor from a counter spell. Then drop Xenagos. I might just do it. Love it. Yeah. Well. Oh, okay. A lot of stuff is going to have to block that Carnage Tyrant. Is enough stuff going to have to block it? We're at 9. Even if we lose Carnage Tyrant, we're still at 7 Devotion. So certainly keep that in mind. I say we throw everything. At least 1 Lord is going down. Oh, that is beautiful stuff. A 16-14. Oh, there we go. Fantastic stuff. Woo! Where's the Xenagoses? The Xenagosai. If you didn't see. Boom. That's a lovely thing to come home to. Ready and waiting to crush some people. Yeah. Beefy Tyrant especially. Oh. And also Darmy increases the power by 1. You know, you get +8 is better than +7. Oh, hey, at the very least, you know, 1 copy. 2 copies. I think at least Xenagos is so fantastic. You want to see it a little bit more than just having 1 copy in your deck. But man, that was good. Maybe I could have done some things differently, attacked a little bit sooner, but certainly Merfolk can have a lot of lords. You might think you're safe. You add up all the total power that they have, and then the following turn they play too many lords, everything gets too powerful. You only have 2 creatures to block, and they finish you off going kind of wide around you, especially with that Mutavault. Keep that in mind. That would have become a 4/4 when they made it a creature, because technically Mutavault is all creatures, so it's a Merfolk. Painful. Okay. 1 down. Is that going to be a sign of things to come? Maybe. Certainly Domri there. They were mousing over him. I think they were a little bit caught off guard with the fact that for that entire turn, creatures can't be countered. It's not just the creature that the mana is used on, which is sometimes surprising. Could this be good? I'll keep it. I at least have a turn 3 play. I have 2 chances to see something for 2 by turn 2 because I get 2 draws. The opponent has mulliganed twice, I believe, which is also going to help in our favor. Now, is this the first showing of Lotus Field, or just regular Azorius Control? If it is, shifting's going to be nice. I don't expect we'd resolve Domri or Topiary Stomper. They're going to do strict Proctor. So, okay. Spirits, well, I mentioned Spirits. Rending Volley is going to be a stunner. I mean, a Spirit Lord this early is going to be painful, especially with that Mutavault, which we just saw as well. It's the battle of the tribal decks. I said Lotus Field and lots of black stuff, and then we don't face it. But I bet we'll face Lotus Field at least once tonight. It is going to be rough getting Shifting Ceratops down turn 4 at the earliest. Of course, Dharmi would die to their spirits, so that's not happening, and we may just be dead to their aggression, so we'll see. Yeah. Spirits doing their lovely spirit stuff. They can tap it, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, okay. Mausoleum Wander is only instants and sorceries. It can sacrifice itself and counter an instant or sorcery unless its controller pays X, where X is Mausoleum Wanderer's power. So Dharmi can come down safely, maybe fight something, but we're done for. I would say we're probably done for. I mean, Shifting Ceratops can come down and threaten reach. We do have an extra green, so that's something. They would almost hit us for enough. We could stop the Shacklegeist. 3, 4, we might not be dead, and they might be so scared about the potential of reach from shifting. Perhaps it stops them from attacking, but I don't think it will. Maybe they have a counter spell and they're wondering what the heck this person is starting off with Shifting Ceratops in game 1. Who does that? Nobody. Hopefully they know about the reach and they're scared. Let's cross our fingers. Oh my goodness, they did not attack. Phew. I think they would have had enough aggression to, well, do the trick, but because of that, because they didn't attack, we're going to play another one. Now we can give reach to both. Oh my goodness, this is done. Good luck now. I think they missed their window big time. We just hold them back, and we never attack. Until we keep building up some mana, we start to chip away, take out those creatures, tap Topiary Stomper if you want to. Makes no difference. We weren't at 7 lands anyways, and everything has flying except for the Mutavault. We wait. Let's see. Carnage Giant, of course. Maybe if we can get it down hasty, still have some extra green left over. I like it. If they have Curious Obsession, they're never attaching it to anything, because I'm just going to block the thing it's attached to, which is pretty nice. They can't target it. They can't do anything unless they do have some mono white removal. Sometimes they could destroy evil for 1 and a white, destroying a creature with power 4 or greater, or an artifact, I think. Something like that could potentially be seen. Maybe it is in the sideboard. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, you got it. Oof. Pretty darn sweet. Now we get a chip away. We can attack with 1 shifting, and we're still left with the 2 green. If I had 3 green, I'd probably hold it back, but yeah. I only have 2 green. I can only give 2 reach. Of course, they'll probably tap Topiary Stomper. None of their creatures can block anyways. Mutavault only is a 3/3, keep in mind, so it doesn't trade with shifting, which is pretty good. They just have to not kill us next turn. They didn't attack when I had 1 shifting. They didn't attack when I had 2, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Woe is right. If they can't kill us this turn, they are dead next turn to all 3 Shifting Ceratopses. might have enough. Especially with that Mutavault. We'll see. Flash another spirit could be enough with flying. It's almost enough with Mutavault. If they play a spirit for 2 and then make Mutavault a creature, I'm pretty sure that's enough to do it. Oh, okay. Play a spirit powering up Mausoleum Wanderer. Both shiftings would block both Shackle Geists. That's 6 damage there, but Rattle Change is 3. Mausoleum Wanderer 2 is 5. Supreme Phantom is 6. Mutavault is 3. Total of 9. 1 spirit for 1 or 2. We're done. Down to the wire. Have they added it up? Do they have just counter spells and Curious Obsession in their hand? Hopefully. Oh boy. No, they have another spirit. Do they have another spirit? Nope. Nope. Oh no, that's enough. 2. They'll probably flash in a spirit, I would imagine. For 2. Then Mausoleum Wanderer is powered up enough. Finishing us off with exactly lethal. It's gotta be it. They currently will deal 9. Nope. Nope. No spirit. No spirit. Yes. Whew, we dodged a bullet. Whoa. Whoa again, 5 ways. Yeah, it was. We got very lucky. I would never normally expect to see 3 of them, but it certainly did the trick. We got a game from them without revealing the fact that I'm using 4 Rending Volleys. It's like I added it in tonight, re-added it, and now the algorithm is giving me stuff that's pretty good against. Merfolk, this. What to cut? Tribute to the World Tree? Well, I guess. I got lots of lovely bodies. Maybe I just need shifting. 1 Xenagos. 1 Ghalta. T-Rex and Carnage Tyrant. I want to keep the card draw. That could potentially help, but we'll see. We'll see. We've got shifting that can't be countered and targeted, probably for the most part. And the other big stuff. It's no Rending Volley. Will they probably counter one of these things? It could be worse. We're on the draw. A couple more chances to see some more lands. Not the worst thing in the world. Not the worst hand I've ever kept. Phew, I don't have to worry about a counter spell. You gotta love it. Especially nice if we get that 3rd land. We could go Marauding plus Topiary Stomper, maybe attack with Marauding, maybe they bounce Huntmaster, tap it, they do something. Witness Protection for 1 blue. Ooh, I don't like that. Nobody likes an early Curious Obsession. If I get a Rending Volley next turn, I'll probably kill that Shacklegeist. Yeah. That'd be nice. I almost thought for a second we didn't get another land. My goodness. Well, we gotta try for a land, at least. And hope it's not Geistlight Snare for 1 blue. It's Geistlight Snare for 1 blue. That hashtag pre-recorded. So Geistlight Snare costs 3 originally, but if they have a spirit, it costs 1 less. If they have an enchantment, it also costs 1 less. So that's where, yes, early JDX. It's pretty good so far. Pretty rough on the lands, but hey, I thought it was worth a risk, worth a shot. Play the Joe Rogan. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we take him down in game 2. I played the Joe Rogan already, but you can never have too much of it. It's always a good time. I'm ready. Ready and waiting. Do it. Counter it. Eventually, gotta do something. Spell Queller for 3. Putting us to sleep. I was ready. You always say how I don't use that laugh, but I was prepared just for you. And we're probably done for at this point. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Happy to hear. Oh, you feel like Joe Rogan. Okay. Hey, you got to keep working at it. You never get better if you're not working. Yeah. And it's nice to see improvement. And I think you're getting better all the time. Just keep going. And you'll reach your maximum potential with whatever it was you're trying to do. And I was trying to win, but we're not going to be winning this one. Details are good. Nightmares are good. Pushing yourself is good. Challenging yourself, you grow from that. You learn different ways to do things. You get faster at least, and you get better. No pain, no gain, of course, is the classic saying. And I think it definitely holds true. Kentucky bourbon. Ooh, I am drinking lime bubbly, sparkling water. You can't beat that. It's funner to drink than regular water, so I mean, that right there is, it's a no-brainer for me. Now this hand, not exactly. It's iffy. We've got shifting, but there is only 2 lands. Of course, a source of red for Huntmaster and one mulligan. A little bit better. It got way worse. It definitely did. Oh, you can see right away. Like I was saying, the Nykthos, it could be awkward. I would change Nykthos to a dual land, a source of red, a Sheltered Thicket. This could be the turn 1 land, enters tapped, gives me a source of red. Sheltered Thicket, of course, helping Castle Gearingbrig enter untapped because Sheltered Thicket is a forest. Boom, I get to... we'll keep the 5. Hey, at the very least, I confirmed my fears. Have no fear. Mixed with Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper goes with a lot of stuff, certainly. Yeah, I'm probably going to be trimming this because guaranteed this would have been a dual land. I would not have been messed up. Likely would have been feeling pretty good, and now taking something that can happen somewhat often and literally making it never happen in this game is a fantastic thing if you have the chance to do that. A 0 chance is way better than a sometimes chance of that, and we don't get a red source next turn, we're going to be dead, pretty much. Yeah, at least you saw what can happen against spirits, and sometimes it doesn't continue to happen. And we'll try another couple hands here. Oof. At least I didn't buy any copies of Nykthos. The algorithm always wins if you don't play a lot. But if you persevere, you're going to beat up that algorithm. You're going to get the job done. You'll get there. Eventually, the algorithm will work in your favor. After you've played, 20 matches, you've won second. In all of those 20 matches, you've faced only Rakdos. It's always been Thoughtseize on turn 1. And then you have a streak of games where, you're going first. Every single game, the opponent is mana screwed, whatever. And you get those wins, you get into the next tier, the next ranking. Streaks happen, good streaks, bad streaks. Just depends if you want to persevere or not. And one more. If we don't get the red source next turn, we'll pack it in. We'll stop the pain. You play Pokemon. Pokemon is basically like Magic. Actually, Magic the Gathering is basically the same. Magic the Gathering ripped off Pokemon clearly. It's Magic the Gathering is Pokemon with extra steps. Complicated. Oh, okay, 2019. I think I showed my Charizard. Pretty sure I showed my Charizard to you guys before. My foil Charizard. That's that match is foiled by getting another forest. That's how it goes. Maybe I have my foil Charizard somewhere in here. Oh, there's the foil Charizard, or the Charizard. The Charizard. Pronounce the I. Extra emphasis on that. Don't go away. Okay. No. There we go. So I'm legit. Got that a long time ago. But some of you guys will have seen it back in 2015 or 2016 before everything went crazy. Alright. Maybe I should play some Pokemon as well. Pokemon Go. Perhaps I could play Pokemon Go at the same time I'm playing Magic the Gathering, then also play Tetris. Tetris with my feet, Pokemon Go with my other hand, because Magic the Gathering only takes one hand with the mouse, so I definitely could free it up and do some other game. Not sure what game. Maybe Hearthstone. Ooh, Hearthstone. Oh, okay. That could be interesting. I've always been wondering about expanding it, but of course I love playing Magic the Gathering, Dinos all the time. But I'll start to sprinkle it in here and there. Discord too? Oh, yes, that'd be good. Oh, you're going to play some Pokemon Go right now? Oh, wow. I haven't played Pokemon Go in probably a year or two. I started right when it was released, so I have some very, very old Pokemon. You definitely have to keep the cursing down. Yes. Sadly, I still don't have my shiny Sudowoodo in Pokemon Go. That is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Woodhammer for the win. Can't beat it. Love that. Oh, super behind, but some of those old Pokemon, if any of you guys have played Pokemon Go, they have extra things. If you've owned the Pokemon or you caught it at the beginning, they make it extra good. Or if you trade it, you get a shiny, something like that. I forget exactly because it's been so long since I played again. A little bit rough having those things countered, but I do need more mana instead of that tribute to the World Tree. Good. I'd rather be at 4, possibly get to 6, and get Carnage turn next turn if I draw another land here. I'm super behind. I used to play it with my wife during the pandemic when they reduced the range and you would see more Pokemon. We would just sit in our house because we couldn't really go much of anywhere. And we had our daughter at the time, and she was young, so we didn't want to go anywhere. And we caught all kinds of lovely Pokemon, and there you go. Could have set up for more card draw, but now, because I did that, I get this against a control opponent. It's not Lotus Field yet, but yeah. Oh, he transferred most of mine. That's too bad. Oh, yes, if you have 1 or 2 remaining, fire up Pokemon Go, re-download it, any of you, and check it out, because those old Pokemon do have a benefit. Feeling the liquor, hey, keeps you warm, gets you going, takes your nerves away. Not that I have any nerves about taking dinos into, ranked best of 3. If we get another land, we get Tyrranax Rex, and then we're just going to absolutely decimate them. They're going to have a potential 5 mana when they untap 2 with Teferi there. More like Tef Unfairy. I could go hasty shifting. Of course, shifting will get killed by the revealed Fateful Absence. So, just another Carnage Tyrant it is. Love it. Oh, a phone that can play Arena. I would imagine, iPhone 10 at least. Probably pretty easily could play it. You know what? We're going to smack them. We're going to do as much damage. We can't quite take out Teferi, and they could just have another copy. Kaheera probably would block Carnage Tyrant, and we'd only take Teferi down to 1. 2 damage, 7, only dealing 5. Yeah, just, maybe a phone that's 4 years old, something like that. I imagine it could play Arena pretty easily, and looking out for a deal. I've never gotten a phone from anywhere other than a phone provider, so I don't really know the best route to go with that. But it could be any phone, and then you just work off your Wi-Fi wherever you live. You don't even need a SIM card or anything, so that of course could be an option potentially. Use it as a really, really, really small laptop in a sense. Emergency powers, okay. Okay, interesting. Painful stuff, of course. With Narset, we don't draw any cards. Nuts. A last-ditch effort by the opponent to get a sweeper. Kaheera will save them, just barely. We can't pop the clue yet. Remember, Narset is stopping us from drawing cards. That was very sweet. Very sweet. An ROG phone. Ooh, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, keep in mind, it could just be a somewhat old phone. You plug it in, you use the Wi-Fi, and you don't necessarily need the service. Dig for that sweeper. I don't think they have it. They went 0 top, 1 bottom with the Scry from Temple of Enlightenment. So hopefully that's the case. They have to get it this turn. Oh, they're digging. They're digging hard. Lovely seeing that sensor go away. Joe Rogan is ready. Oh! That was a curb stomping. And I also have very special versions. I forgot to mention a bunch more stuff dino related coming. Foil Carnage Tyrants, but not just any foil Carnage Tyrant. It's the promo pack version. It's not very different, but it has the silver foil planeswalker symbol in the bottom right of the art there. Oh, it is lovely stuff. There isn't an extended art version of Carnage Tyrant, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity. It was on sale. There were 2 copies of it. They were near mint. Had to do it. I think this brings my near mint foil promo pack Carnage Tyrants up to 8. It might be 7. I accidentally bought the 5th one, and now I kind of have to get 2 play sets. Who wants 5? That's just awkward. So yeah, that's where it's at. Pretty rough for that opponent. Who would have guessed? But that was exactly the perfect thing. Resisting the urge to do some setup. Get the land, get ahead, get the first one, the second one, and drive that home. Do we need to do much of anything? It's not Lotus Field, I would imagine. We didn't see it whatsoever. Regular Azorius Control, so I don't see strict Proctor, like I was mentioning, being anywhere. Perhaps we'll be surprised. I could see myself doing Alpine Moon, though. I'm going to trim Ghalta. I'll bring in 2. Actually, Tribute to the World Tree could do almost nothing. If they have Narset out, we're not going to be drawing any cards whatsoever. So that's definitely pretty easy to free up some space. 2 of them. 3. Gotta lock in the changes. Phew, phew. I'm pretty sure the changes were locked in. Hopefully. It would be nice to use Alpine Moon. Turn off all of the Storm Giants. It loses all abilities. Lovely. We don't have to worry about a 7/7 Giant with Ward. Castle Vantress. They pay 2 and 2 blue to scry 2 or 3, I think. So stopping. Oh, well. The turntables, as they say. That's, oh my goodness, absolutely beautiful. Get that lovely Alpine Moon down. Castle Vantress to start. There we go. Then we'll name Hall of the Storm Giants when we play the next one, if we get it down. Oh, looking to counter something. Too bad. I love when they're tapped out. It could be Doomscar. Now costing 1 and a white to sweep. It could be Sot coming to counter. Okay. It's good. So we get to safely go Topiary Stomper if all goes well, and I think it will. Well, we could get Carnage Tyrant next turn. We have Castle Gamebreak, but we'll eventually get to Tyrranax Rex, and they're going to be feeling pretty sad. It's no T-Rex. We'll see what we can draw out. Maybe they counter it. If they do, that would be probably pretty good. Okay, we're doing something. Look for a sweeper. Oh, man, this is going to be lovely. It would be nice to get to 7 lands for Topiary Stomper. We dodged the Wandering Emperor because when it attacks, it has Vigilance, so it doesn't tap. That's all. Ooh, a Nykthos. Well, Nykthos is pretty good, but yeah, we'll definitely get you-know-who. I hope. Hopefully there's no Ether Gust. Tyrranax Rex should be safe. Maybe they forget about the Ward 4. We'll see. Or they have Settled the Wreckage. Or just a sweeper. We're about to find out. Cycle that sensor. Hopefully we don't draw any more lands, but even with 22 lands, 22, it does happen a few times. Gotta be a sweeper. Doomscar. Supreme Verdict. Ooh, good chance to see, well, a good chance to see something good. That's not the greatest thing in the world, but hey, it's not nothing. It's not a land. It is better than a land, that's for sure. Might allow us to attack with a Carnage Tyrant if we get it. Ooh, they're feeling pretty safe. We didn't play anything big, so clearly they would think, oh, the person has nothing big to worry about. I'll get into 1 point of damage. I'll try. Oh, huh? Castle heading jar receives something. I think they were going to do something to it anyways, maybe. Hey, it was going to die. Okay, we almost took them down to 9. Phew. No more lands. No lands. That's also pretty good. Almost mostly tapping out. It's a creature. I would kind of have hoped to at least see a Carnage turn by this point. Nah, we'll just play it. They probably figure we have a land at this point in our hand, but we're a quarter of the way through. More than a quarter of the way through the deck. And we still sadly haven't seen the good old Carney T. They keep making Samurai. This is not gonna go well. Do I care to lose Marauding Raptor? Would they flash in Wandering Emperor to give it a +1/+1 and just in case they have a Wandering Emperor to flash in? Maybe they don't. Oh, Xenagos. That's getting countered. Definitely. Yeah, we'll play it out. Maybe a couple more turns. There's that change the equation. As expected, not too bad. Kind of makes me want the full playset of Tyrranax Rex as well. Very rough stuff. Having 3. Oh, I love having the playset of both big scary dinos. Just texting my wife good night. Okay. That's how she goes. Yeah, if you just draw lands, happens to anybody. But do I want to do anything different? I want 4 copies. See, you can see. Maybe I was only using Carnage Tyrant. I wouldn't have seen any Carnage Tyrant, which would have really helped me out. And that is not the first time it's happened. It's happened multiple times. Maybe I have only 3 Tyrranax Rex and no Carnage Tyrant. You have 4 of something, you don't see it enough. You have enough ramp that you can likely play both of them. You get 1 Carnage Tyrant, let's see another one. Or mix and match, drive that win home against decks you may not have won against otherwise. Kind of like cutting that. 1 Ghalta. 2 Imperiosaurs. Let's do it. Let's go big, go home. We've got Dami, of course. We can protect the Imperiosaur if they have a counter spell. We could surprise them with nasty lethal. I've done that before. They feel safe. They tap out on their turn. We don't have nearly enough for lethal. And boom, Imperiosaur comes down. I tap Regisaur and Marauding and Huntmaster and all those guys, and this is not a hand that's going to do it. Well, that's infinitely better. Do I want Alpine Moon? No. I'd rather have ramping stuff. If I have to send something to the bottom. We don't have a turn 2 play, so fortunately it can be Rootbound Crag, Castle Garenbrig as the first 2 lands. Then we will have 3. Oh, okay. Do I risk it? I think I risk it just because Marauding can end. Oh, phew, phew, good stuff. This may have gotten a lot better. I do expect. Oh, foretell. Do it. Do it. You know you wanna. Don't. Okay. Not the end of the world. They did exile another March of Otherworldly Light. Okay. I'll take it. It's one less piece of removal. But that was rough. Worth a shot. Okay. Good, good, good. I imagine they'll counter anything we play. Domri, well, we would want to draw out a counter spell to resolve Domri to protect against a counter spell later on. We just would want to resolve him, so we'll see. Hopefully they don't. Oh, they only have maybe removal in their hand. It paused for a second there, so perhaps they were considering countering it. We are at 6 green now. We're in range of Carnage turn to draw that. Field of Ruin, well, whatever. That is why you use all 4 copies of Castle Garenbrig. It's all 4 or nothing, I say. You might see duplicates. I've certainly seen duplicates, but if you only see a couple, you only have 1 or 2, you really want it, especially against an opponent like this. Ooh. Xenagos. Hasty Topiary Stomper would be nice. We'll only be at 6. Oof, okay. No, the plan does not change. They're tapped out. Domri for 3. We're left with 2, but Domri also ramps, getting us to the other green that we need for the Topiary Stomper that we have. We're ahead. We're super rampy. We've got enough for Tyrranax Rex. We're at 6 lands. Love it. Gotta be scared. They better do something to Domri, to someone, or else they're going to be feeling pain pretty quick, especially if I get that 7th land, which maybe they're going to sweep here because they're scared of being hit for 10. Sensor does nothing at the... Oh, okay. Okay. That's alright. Oh. Got a hair in my mouth. Now, what do we want to do? I got a total of 6, 7, 8. I can't go Xenagos and shifting, unfortunately. Nothing to fight, so certainly Domri is going to be ramping. March of Otherworldly Light certainly could exile Xenagos, but that certainly would be an uphill battle. We'll go with shifting instead. Give it haste, hit him. Yeah, I'd rather just hit it. Pretty good, hitting them for 6. And we'll see if they do take it out. They would have to exile at least 2 white cards from their hand. They probably don't have that. Certainly seems to be the case. But they'll probably get rid of shifting this coming turn. Possibly tapping out completely, or just a sweeper. Mostly tapping out. Maybe. Maybe not. Ah, okay. Okay. That's good. We got some benefit from shifting at least. Took him down a wee bit, and oh, we can make... Yeah, we're going to do this. This is pretty cool stuff. Xenagos and Huntmaster. It's very, very wacky, but hey. Might as well. Hit him for 4. Never would have guessed. I'll take it. Yeah. It's not nothing. It's definitely a reasonable chunk. I just hope they don't have another March of Otherworldly Light to take out Xenagos, because that could be the game changer. big time. We get Carnage Tyrant. Xenagos is going to double him, give it haste, and it's really going to be quite painful indeed. Not too worried about them untapping 2. No creature can be countered, so I think we might be okay. Maybe they kill one of these things here. Imagine they'll get rid of Marauding. They got something. Maybe. Oh, they don't. They March for Otherworldly Light. Oh, 2 sensors. Oh my. What was I saying? We can find a window. We can resolve a Domri, protect against future counter spells. I think that's been working out. Hopefully it's not farewell. Exiling. Oh, they don't like Xenagos. Well, that's how it goes. At least they aren't untapping 2 lands. Shift. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Is this it? Is this it? Folks, did we just do it with the hasty token? They can probably deal with it. Is that going to be it? Okay, well, let's hold on a second. The token's not hasty, and we can't pop the clue. We almost did. We wouldn't have drawn a card. We want to pop it at least at the end of the opponent's turn. Now we'll pop it now so I don't forget. I often forget. Oh. Alright, it's not hasty. That's okay. But maybe we do get that Carnage Tyrant, or Tyrranax Rex, or the big scary dino, another one. Actually, no, it gets Xenagos. I can't go both. That's alright. We have to worry about Hall of the Storm Giants, though. That's the thing. I'm just going to play Xenagos instead. They're ready for it. They're ready to trade with that token. I think because they untapped Hall of the Storm Giants, or they just take it out. We're about to find out. They probably had something. Okay. Hopefully Xenagos does not get bounced. Cross your fingers. They don't -3 with Teferi, but I think they will. Oh. Oh boy. Could this be it? Do they do emergency powers to make us lose Carnage Tyrant? I don't think they can. Emergency powers is 7. They still have, oh, they do emergency powers. We lose Carnage Tyrants. Ah, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. We would have won. That is, well, that sucks. Big time. Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. And we're gonna keep drawing and untapping. Hopefully they don't have another one. They don't have Settle the Wreckage. Exiling Carnage Tyrant when it attacks. Tyrranax Rex actually would be pretty rough. They probably could get rid of it, easily paying that Ward Fork. Oh, are they going to play Kaheera? I imagine they don't have any sweepers. Or maybe they do. Of course, we don't have any creatures, so they wouldn't have used a sweeper. No emergency powers. Don't do another one. They're going to do something. Oh, they had to discard. Oh, well. When you just draw a land, that's too bad. Never really actually faced emergency powers, but of course it is lovely with Narset. Probably should have taken her out a little bit sooner, come to think of it. Just because I was dealt a rough go with that fantastic combo. We discard everything. We draw a bunch of cards, but we don't draw any because of her static ability. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Tends to do the trick. No, we're not busting through that. We're not. Possibly a very slim chance, but after they did the very nasty emergency powers stuff, I think it was probably over at that point. Yeah, we did the thing at least once, but didn't quite come together. Man, lots of lands tonight, that's for sure. What is it going to be? It hasn't been actual Lotus Field. We've seen a lot of control, I must say. I guess Merfolk isn't really control, but they do have some counter spells. Hopefully it's a somewhat faster variation. We'll probably see Mono Green Devotion. That is safe in Pioneer. Karn, the Great Creator, was not banned, and I don't mind facing it. That deck allows us to pretty much do our own thing, and sometimes that can be faster and better and bigger than whatever the opponent is doing. Well, speaking of mono green, there you go. Ouch. Never seen the old growth troll before in my life. Well, we'll try for Huntmaster. At the very least, we're going to get Topiary Stomper next turn if we don't get the third land, because they won't be killing Huntmaster. Maybe they have some random fight spell or something. They do unfortunately get to flip Invasion of Ixalan. We have to preserve Huntmaster, so old growth troll. Yeah, it's well, it's always going to be rough when Mono Green Devotion goes first. Tends to do the trick. Probably going to be it. Hopefully not, but ouch. Okay, we got something going on. It's not nothing. We're at least at 4, maybe at 5 next turn. But we don't have Ancient Imperiosaur. Of course, I'm starting off with Tyrranax Rex instead of the Imperiosaur because, well, as we've seen, there's somewhat control-y stuff. Maybe I just cut something and go Ancient Imperiosaur, Carnage Tyrant, and Tyrranax Rex to begin. That's probably too crazy, but hopefully we see Tribute to the World Tree at least a few times tonight. Haven't seen it pop off yet, but of course if you have 4 copies of something, you still might not see it for a few matches, or a few games at least. Not sure why they wouldn't. Okay, I was going to say for a second they weren't attacking with the old growth troll. Could we do something? Anything? Well, maybe. A sweeper might be nice. Taking out the belligerent Regisaur, all their elves, certainly very beneficial for them to see 3 of the 4 elvish mystics. Do I want to do anything? I could go with a Regisaur Alpha, certainly quite reasonable to give that a shot. Trade with the belligerent Regisaur. When it blocks the Regisaur Alpha, still take down Kaheera. Don't like them having a indestructible thing. That is rough stuff. It at least gets removed and gone this turn. We wouldn't be killing it on any of the opponent's turns because they would have been playing a creature. Yeah, it would not have been good. Better to trade with it then than never trade with it at all. They don't have a Nykthos. You got to keep in mind, maybe we've bought ourselves a slight bit of time. shifting. We have 2 bio. Not quite dead with shifting. Actually, Domri plus shifting. I like that. Make them actually consider what they might do. Lots of ramp. Tyrranax Rex, mix in Xenagos, have enough aggression, make something big enough at some point. Shifting could trade with Cavalier. The token could trade with Old Growth Troll if we're still alive, but could be another Storm the Festival, another Cavalier of Thorns. Well, you never know. You never know. But an Ancient Imperiosaur may have been enough to punch through. Well, it's definitely there. We were just getting lucky, not having seen that Nykthos, but it dropped. They had 2 elves. They could have made 13 green, untapped. It was done for. But Alpine Moon, we hope to see it. Get that Ancient Imperiosaur. Don't really need Carnage Tyrant. I'd rather Ancient Imperiosaur. I think that makes quite a bit of sense. Tyrranax, well, you know what? The 1 Carnage Tyrant. Just because they have lots of mana, if they can target something, Cityscape Leveler, the artifact creature for 8, when it enters or attacks, you destroy a non-land permanent. They certainly will probably have enough mana to pay the ward 4 cost. So we'll just go with that good old Carney T that you can't target. But Ancient Imperiosaur, because it can be super massive, chances are bigger than Tyrranax Rex at the very least. A 10-10, 12-12, hopefully bigger than that. But yes, rest in peace for sure. But yeah, certainly I'm trimming that. I don't want it to mess me up at all. Probably should stay maybe in mono-colored decks, but worth a shot. Certainly a reasonable case for at least 1 copy, but as you saw, it messed us up in previous matches. It's rough. We do have 2 untapped. Huntmaster will survive against Mono Green Devotion, but we may not get that 3rd land to help us get to shifting, but I do like seeing Ancient Imperiosaur. Could be a lot worse, certainly. You know what? I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to cross my fingers. We have 2 chances to see the 3rd land by turn 3. Here goes nothing. Oh, we got the 3rd, the beautiful stuff. All right. This might be the stunner that Ancient Imperiosaur is going to bring. Oh boy, exciting stuff. Woeful Haven, I imagine. Oh, there you go. But we got options now. Go time, yes, absolutely. Huntmaster reduces Ancient Imperiosaur by 2. Cost reduction and the creature itself. But I certainly want to attack with Ancient Imperiosaur when I play it. Domri could fight an Elvish Mystic to get ramp. I can only do 1 thing this turn. I think that's what I'm going to do. It would be kind of cool, I must say. They don't have anything with haste, so Domri will survive. Got to leave that Huntmaster back. Certainly, they would take him out with that 1 elf, I think. They still get the Silverback Elder, but hey, it slows them down a wee bit. Rampant time. Let's go. Regisaur Alpha? Yes, please. Or Hunt... let me think. Now, Regisaur Alpha. I actually want less reduction on Ancient Imperiosaur because I could have so many creatures next turn. Yeah, we'll see. I want to actually have more stuff for Convoke, maybe. Vorinclex, pretty good. Vorinclex does not have haste. I don't think. Does he have haste? Let me look at him. Okay, Trample and Reach. They get some force, that's okay. We're going to be dropping some bombs real quick. Ancient Piercer won't finish them off, but they won't have enough to block it, I don't think. Imagine the Silverback Elder would be sent towards Domri. Probably. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Math is hard. We tap out. Huntmaster doesn't need to give Ancient Imperiosaur haste because that's how it goes. Let me think. We have Imperiosaur now. Topiary Stomper is a 4th creature. Yeah, Topiary Stomper. I like that. I'm going to be tapping everything. Topiary Stomper, we're not at 7 lands, so it's perfectly alright by me. Then we go Huntmaster for 2. Yeah. Bingo bango. Maximum aggression. Maximum power. 17-16 haste. Phew. Make it as big as possible. Yeah, mouse over all that stuff and feel the pain. They don't have enough to kill us next turn. See what happens. You never know. Man, that's massive. If we draw Xenagos, make it a 34. Well, give it plus 17. I don't think they can kill us. I'm pretty sure they can't. But they could go storm the festival, do some things, untap some things. But Ancient Imperiosaur specifically, I think, is just the bee's knees against mono green. We get to make it big most often, and you're seeing it right here. Yeah, they're left scratching their head. What the heck am I gonna do? I don't imagine there's a whole lot they can do. Unless the hits on Storm the Festival are really good. Oh, they could have flipped that. Still doesn't really matter too much. They would have to send one creature towards it, so that... Got him. Good stuff. Yeah, they're done. Yeah, that's alright. We see Zilortha. It's a dino, but it doesn't matter. They have an 8/8. I don't care. We're doing enough damage to take him out. I'm just gonna fight it. My dino is better and bigger. Whew, almost. Okay. That's the game plan. That's my favorite game plan so far against Mono Green Devotion. Make the thing big. Yeah, don't need anything else. Here goes nothing. Just do something that's bigger and better, because they're not going to interact with you. They could get their nut draws, their nut ramp is, and you could see painful hands like that. No. I mean, it's a little better. There isn't even anything for 3, unfortunately, but I think we'll have a reasonable chance to see something for 2, something for 3, and more lands. Certainly could be worse. No elf to begin with. Wow, no Land War elves, no elvish mystic. Maybe we have a chance here, folks. Yeah, it certainly was a good game. We might have a slim possibility of getting this done because they went slower than usual. Never mind. Okay. 2 lands. Anything is bad at this point. We'll see what they do. Okie dokie. That will certainly do it. Yeah, because if you have early stuff, you should technically hope to see it, but you don't. That would have been a beautiful thing, though, if we had gotten the right mixture. If you have too much stuff early, you're not going to see the big stuff later on. It's a fine balance, and sometimes it doesn't matter what balance you have. You will lose. But yeah, when they had Protophrexia, 100%, we were done for. When it enters, we sacrifice 3 creatures. Chances are they might have used it if we only had 2 creatures, just to get that stuff away. And then at the beginning of their upkeep, they put a creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield, not just their own. So Carnage Tyrant, Regisaur Alpha, they would have put it on their battlefield and gotten a token. Shifting 100%. We were not winning that one. At least you saw Ancient Imperiosaur pop off. Okay, what's it going to be? I guess a reasonable spread tonight. I must say, Spirits and Merfolk, Azorius Control, Mono Green Devotion, nothing black related. No Mono Black or Rakdos, which is a surprise, I must say. Yeah, a welcome surprise nonetheless. Bio Lynch. This is the person that's black related, but nothing for 3 or 2. Okay, I think that could be alright. It is nice to see Topiary Stomper and finally tribute to the World Tree. So hopefully this is the game that we see it. However, it is probably Rakdos Sacrifice, Ghalta as the companion. That's the most common place you see it at the moment, I believe. Or Gruul Vehicles. Sometimes Gruul Vehicles was using that. Artifacts. We're looking at artifacts. Interesting. Of course, a little bit sad we don't have a source of red for Huntmaster, but that does happen. Like I was mentioning, maybe the sources of red are a tad too low. But of course, I still reasonably could have seen, this forest. Maybe it would have been a mountain, but again, I don't want to mess the mountains up for the 3 green needed for tribute to the World Tree. So hopefully we at least see the 3rd land next turn. We do not. Coming up, we'll get her. Would have been nice to have Brotherhood's End, I must say. Of course, I would never expect to see Azorius Artifacts. That certainly would decimate them. Brotherhood's End, of course, 1 and 2 red. You can destroy all artifacts with a mana value 3 or less, and we are definitely done for here. I'll see if I get it next turn, but you never know. We could pull out something. Too little, too late. That's all right. Okay. We know what it is. Do they have any lands that I want to bring the pain to? They do have some weight-based stuff, but not a lot. course, it could be nice. Rending Volley, stopping Ingenious Smith before it gets big. Skrelv, Defector Might. They do have counter spells. Artifact counter spells where I think if you tap an artifact, the counter spell costs less. Something like that. But for the most part, little creatures. Looking to fight them. No lands that I really care to turn off. I mean, maybe stopping Darksteel Citadel. They probably have, whatchamacallit, the scissors. Enchanting an artifact, making it a 5/5. They enchant Darksteel Citadel. It has Indestructible, so then they get a 5/5 Indestructible right there, which is not so fun. I think we could trim Tyrranax Rex. Ghalta. Bring in these Ancient Imperiosaurs. I think there's a good chance we'll get to them. Still haven't decided if I like 4 Ancient Imperiosaurs and 1 Ghalta. Kind of like Ancient Imperiosaur is extra copies of Ghalta, but you saw against Mono Green how it can be so bigger than Ghalta, which is certainly quite welcome indeed. Hey, we do have a source of red for turn 2. If Rockfall Vale is our first land. Again, Rakdos probably could be messing us up. If it was a dual land, well, may have been a source of green to help get Topiary Stomper, so we'll see. Are we going to be messed up a second time in one night? That would not be right. Yes, Nutty Combo. Oh, 100%. I like it as well. Yeah, it's something. Play another Huntmaster. Maybe we'll be tapping Rakdos for red instead of green. I never would have guessed that. Portable Hole is good. Brotherhood's End certainly would have decimated them. We would have to play around the potential counterspell, but I imagine they're going to do something. They do have a few enchantments. This Machiko, Reign of Truth. For the first 2 times, creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each artifact and enchantment they control. So, I mean, the things get big, and but we'll wait and see what we draw next turn. I bet that's going to be it. An unblockable 7/7 is not so fun. And still, not even seeing a third land in the top 10. 2 in the top 10 is painful. Painful indeed. At least the Marauding. We'll give her a go. An honest effort. Kind of interested to see when we finally do draw that third land and the second source of green. Rakdos has been mean. It is pretty expensive. I'm kind of just happy I didn't buy even a single copy of. I listened to my gut, but of course Rakdos is a bargain bin, rare land on Arena. All rares cost the same. A rare wild card. It's okay, but they make the big thing. Hey, pretty good. Skrelv making it so my 2 red creatures could not block, finishing us off in one big hit. So it's kind of like we hit Mono Green so hard, we didn't win, but we hit them so hard that the algorithm took notice and they're like, hey, we have to hit Tarzan very hard the next match. We're gonna send them something painful. You never know. But that was pretty sweet, I must say. Yeah, never would normally expect to see it. Artifact's not common enough, I think, to devote any sideboard tech to it. Of course, Brotherhood's End is versatile and it would help out against artifacts, but didn't feel like using it tonight. the first match where it would have been pretty beneficial. Merfolk maybe could have done it, but they do have the Voldalian Hexcatcher, which can sacrifice itself, counter an instant or sorcery or a non-creature spell, I think. Unless we pay 1. If they had a bunch of Merfolk, they would have just sacrificed enough that we couldn't pay it. And we might not have had any extra. We might have got... Oh, the hands and the draws are getting pretty painful tonight. But that's okay. Hey, you can't do worse than 0 lands. Gotta look on the bright side. Yeah. Just in case, it's something very mono white humans. I was kind of thinking, I haven't seen mono white humans in a while. Wonder where they're at. Of course, with them going first, being a aggressive deck, this is going to be painful. Cross your fingers they don't have Ossification or Brutal Cathar to exile Marauding Raptor temporarily. It would be nice to get Shifting Ceratops down, and no Ossification. No Brutal Cathar. Hashtag pre-recorded. There you go. Wow. Not playing anything next turn, and yeah, that will be it. They hit us with Mutavault. Painful. They're doing what they're supposed to do. It's never been my favorite deck to face. That's for sure. The match is quick. But Rending Volley. Even though I don't like taking out just one creature, I think we've got to do something against them. Alpine Moon could turn off Mutavault, but that's not the greatest use of it. We could be stuck with seeing multiple Alpine Moons. No, I'd rather Rending Volley. We'll trim good old T-Rex. Actually, Ancient Imperious. No. Ghalta. Let's do it. They can target Ghalta and Ancient Imperiosaur fairly easy with the Ward 2 cost. And Tyrranax Rex as well. Ossification, Brutal Cathar, potentially. Well, there you go. We got an untapped source of red for Rending Volley if I really wanted to kill that first creature. I don't think it's good enough. I don't feel like taking 2 to maybe kill something. They might not even play something on the... They always usually play something, but sometimes they don't, so we'll just go with that. As long as we don't see Nykthos, we might finally get the World Tree. Any land other than Nykthos, you can do it. Nope, I'm certainly not blocking, that's for sure. No Ossification. Okay, Rending Volley is a little bit more expensive at this point, and the tribute to the World Trees. I could take out Thalia, or just play 2 Marauding Raptors in preparation, potential for them dealing with one of them. And it's nice to deal 4 damage. We know we can get it through. Maybe it's going to make all the difference. Adeline. So that is a good thing to use Rending Volley on. 100%. Yeah. Just take her out. Nice that they didn't attack. I do appreciate that. Okay, even though we're continually getting stumped and stumbled in the land department. We'll get there. We gotta get another land at some point. Rending Volley specifically. Very nice to take out Adeline. Ugh. Another one. That sucks. It's like when you take out Shieldred and then they just play another Shieldred because I'd take out this little guy, you know. We still haven't seen the third land. Where are you at? I can play Regisaur Alpha to make the Marauding Raptors very, very big. At least getting... Oh, let's do that. A last-ditch effort. We're not doing anything here. That's the only thing we can do at this point. Adeline certainly is going to block one of those 6/3s. We take out anything they do block. Maybe they double block. Maybe they have a third Adeline. And they play it next turn as well. I don't think they can kill us. Brave the elements, potentially. No. If I get another land, I could play Carnage Tyrant for 3. Now that's wacky. Really, really wacky. So they are going to be kind of aggressive. Okay. I think I kind of like that. Attack with her. Do it. You know you want to. Attack with everything you can. Another land. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, we got it. We got it. Now is that enough to get the job done? It is not. And they would kill us next turn. Actually, Thalia is going to block Carnage Tyrant. I almost forgot. Has first strike, so takes out Carnage Tyrant. Does not die. We're done. Man, that was painful. It took us 12. Actually, more than 12. I mulliganed once there, I believe. Let's count it up. Yeah, I think I mulliganed once. Actually, no. Maybe it was a keeper. Either way. 12 cards to see the third length. Nuts. I'm not going to be adding 24, 25 anytime soon. I just get flooded. This is an outlier, unfortunately. But that's alright. We'll get her. Ancient Imperiosaur. Depends how much control you think you're going to face. Mono black, killing stuff, paying the ward 2 cost of Ancient Imperiosaur easily. You could face all control for 6 matches. Ancient Imperiosaur would not feel so good. You could play against stuff where you get Ancient Imperiosaur down pretty easily and you think, oh, it's safe. It varies so much. Might not be the best thing to do something specific against a super specific type of deck. Just do something really good. Generally, then adapt afterwards. Oh, well, this might finally be it. It's taken some time. We've got plenty of sources of green. We've got something for turn 2. We'll still play it on turn 2, even though it would be nice to play it with tribute to the World Tree. Oh, no, we've got mono blue artifact abilities. Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge, or this is not good. Oh, Thassasaur. Okay. Well, we've got Rending Volley at the very least to take these things out. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell for this. Hopefully we draw something else cheap to get a benefit from it. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. Ooh, Mono Blue Devotion. I've faced Mono Blue Devotion before, and it has been painful. Oh, another Nykthos. Okay. That's rough. Yeah. Okay. Getting there. Eventually. More lands. Not great. Ouch. tends to do the trick. They're certainly playing a lot more things than me. It's pretty good. So Kefnet, the activated ability to draw a card only costs 2 with Training Ground. So that, yeah, that's not great. So I play Nykthos, tap it, bounce it, play it, tap it, Kiora untaps it, tap it. I think I like mono green devotion better than mono blue devotion at this point. My goodness. Spectral Sailor, they sink all the mana into it. Training Grounds makes Spectral Sailor's ability of 4, cost 2, pay 2, draw a card, 2, draw a card, 2, 2. Okay, oh my goodness. Okay, we're done. That's not even close. I just wanted you guys to see it. It was Rending Volley. Maybe we can take out a key creature. We'll see. It's probably not even going to do much of anything now. We're not going to bother with Rending Volley. That's not going to slow him down much. If anything. Stick with the card draw. Try to pop off a little bit. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Mono blue devotion. Huh. I probably talked about seeing such a variety and they're like, ooh, so you want to see variety, Tarzan? We're going to spice it up. Like that either. Oh my goodness. Well, that's how it goes. You see nothing good anytime, ever. Certainly very nasty to see 3 Huntmasters, 2 Marauding up with 1 land. Gotta see bad hands, bad lands, no lands, 1 land. This is probably what some of those content creators go through. And they have to play a couple hours to get a decent match. They're like, ooh, look at this. It's so good. Only took me record time, 3 hours. Yeah. Then I got a good win. Or they get lucky. Of course, that could have been nice to use that lovely, lovely Simic Merfolk. The first one. Telmar. Something blue related. We see the Fibblethip avatar. I'm going to bet blue related. If I see mono blue devotion again, back to back, that's going to be. It had to be a Thoughtseize. Okay, that is going to be painful stuff. They'll get rid of Huntmaster. 100%. Hey, at least you do get something else for 2 afterwards. And that 3rd land, beautiful stuff. We get that tribute to the World Tree. We unfortunately lose it to Fatal Push, but hey, maybe we'll get there. They won't have a counter spell. You never know. They don't. We have confirmed that. Phew. Dimir Mill. Wow. Can't say I'm super happy to see it, but hey, we got the 4th land. Cross your fingers we get the 5th land next turn. Get Carnage Tyrant, but probably Regisaur Alpha just so we get some nice card draw. Oh, it would have been Shifting Ceratops, man. Oh, it's not this deck. Not this deck. The Bouncer's Beatdown is going to help us out, but that thing has to die. if we have any way to kill it. Oh, really? The third Castle Garambake. We don't have a forest at this point, so just a comedy of errors. Unfortunate turn of events. Bouncer's Beatdown and Rending Volley 100% coming in for this deck. Oh, finally. Right, well, you can't counter it. We're going to try for something. We're going to do something. We're going to hit them for a little bit. We don't draw a card, but hey, whatever. Maybe this will do it. Just hope they don't sacrifice Hidetsugu and Kairi. And they have a big, costly thing on top of their deck. Do we take a bunch of damage? We lose a bunch of creatures? We'll see. I mean, Invoke Despair certainly does the trick. Alt's losing an enchantment, but we were never going to be drawing an extra card from Tribute to the World Tree because they have the Narset out, stopping us from drawing additional things. Do I like taking out Narset? Do I like taking out Jace? No, you know what? We'll go with Carnage Turned. I like that. We could maybe finish them off with the hasty Carnage Turned, Xenagos next turn, but we still could be certainly dead this turn. Depending what they do. Actually, yeah, no, that, well, they got two back-to-back Invoke Despairs. They certainly have lots of card draws, so there's a very good chance of that happening. But, yeah, Rending Volley, Bouncer's Beatdown, gotta happen. Tribute to the World Tree, well, if we're not taking out Narset, you know, we're not drawing anything extra. We certainly could focus our attention to it, but it would hurt if she stopped any of the card draw. Play it, and our only play is maybe Topiary Stomper, and that did literally nothing for maybe a few turns until we can drop her. I think one Xenagos. I want to keep the 3 T-Rexes, 3 Carnage Tyrants, hard to deal with, or 4 Carnage Tyrants. The hard to deal with stuff. It's going to pack a punch. Bring the pain. Ah, still, one land. It is better. We get Topiary Stomper eventually. You know what? I'm just going to send Regisaur Alpha to the bottom. I like seeing these two things more. Even though it might have been nice to have Regisaur Alpha at some point sooner than Carnage Tyrant or T-Rex, knowing what the opponent is on. Have to send something to the bottom. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. It's looking up. It's looking up. No counterspell. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. No censor. Jawari Disruption. Make disappear. Well, maybe they play something and they can't counter what we do right now. They will try for Huntmaster. No counterspell. Okay. No counterspell. Oh, yeah, they're certainly jamming a lot of counterspells with this one. Oh, but, folks, we get Carnage Turned. You can't do nothing to that. Hasty. Boom. Maximum aggression. Go, go, go. Hit him hard. To make us sacrifice something, we sacrifice Huntmaster. Oh, that's not gonna... No, not today. We get another land. We get T-Rex. Let's do it. Oh, we got another land. T-Rex. Go time. Go time. Go, go, go. Maximum aggression. Bing, bang, boom. Smoke them. Out of the water. Done. Down to 1. Hopefully they don't have a sweeper. Extinction event, we don't lose everything. Who cares? Gotcha. That's how you do it. If I was only using Carnage Tyrant, would not have 1. Only T-Rex, would not have 1. But definitely like that Rending Volley. Certainly Bouncer's Beatdown. Again, that gets around Hidetsugu and Kairi's ability. I'll read it again for anybody that didn't see me mention it before. When it dies, you exile the top. We can just read that part. When it dies, it's a painful trigger. They got invoked to spare, we lost some life, we sacrificed a creature. But if we use Bouncer's Beatdown exiles a creature. That creature technically doesn't die. It gets around death triggers. Specifically that one is painful, but for the most part, black-based creatures don't always have death triggers. Specifically, this is going to be the thing that is going to help us out. Trim Rending, nah, I'll keep Rending Volley in. I want that maximum interaction to take it out. Maybe some other creature that they have, but we'll see. It would be nice to stick it to them, get the job done. Oh. A very reasonable hand indeed, I must say. A bunch of lands in Huntmaster. Even though they might be countering it at the very least, we might just get Topiary Stomper. They counter it or they kill it. Oh. That's alright. Play something, tap out. It's going to be counter spells for days, isn't it? Change the equation. We certainly changed the equation the previous game by hitting them hard. I hope they don't just have mono black based removal for shifting, for something for 2 or whatever. Sheoldred's Edict. Oh! Well, there you go. Hey, we've got bodies, we've got lands. We'll get to Carnage Tyrant at least. Bouncer's Beatdown would be nice next turn. Shifting for 4, Bouncer's Beatdown for a single green. Because we were targeting a black creature. However, we'll just give it haste. I don't want that thing to live. Nah. We'll get some use out of shifting and hopefully not lose it. If they can't remove it, it could be a reasonable clock. Huh. Now we're getting flooded, unfortunately. Have nothing else to do. Hopefully they don't surveil something too... Okay. Oh, breach the multiverse. That certainly would have been a painful thing, I must say. 7. Ouch. It's not too bad. We only lose the token. That's pretty good, I must say. Yeah, I don't want Huntmaster. Where is a Carnage Tyrant or a T-Rex? We're almost a quarter of the way through, and we haven't seen one of those 7 creatures yet, which is very, very sad indeed. No, don't attack with Regisaur. Absolutely not. That was a close one. I almost probably lost us the game there. If they can't kill us this turn... Oh! Who needs Carnage Tyrant or T-Rex when you can just have shifting Ceratops and absolutely make them cry? Oh, shed tears, bring the pain, finally. Yeah, as you see, it's painful. Doesn't matter what you play, it always is going to be painful. You just got to persevere. You have to be okay with the grind if you want to get somewhere. But, you know, you could play your 4 matches, your 4 games, get your 4 wins a day, and however you want to play Arena. As long as you're having a good time, that is the main thing. Yeah. Ooh. Yes, fit. Very good. But specifically, we were like a quarter of the way through. Very statistically unfortunate to not even see one of those big scary dinos. Carnage, Tyrranax Rex. That's not the first time it's happened even tonight. So you can see why I love mixing and matching. 4 is not enough to see it as consistently as I like. So maybe 4 Carnage Tyrant, 2 T-Rex. You free up 1 spot for maybe a little bit more interaction. Something along those lines. But the fun is not over yet. I think we'll go till at least 11. It's been a long time since I've done more than 2 hours. But of course, it's just me, so let's get her done. Smoke some more people. Hopefully. Trabado 1. Or maybe just go with 2 copies of Xenagos. I still think 1 copy is not quite enough. I can make it work. We got at least... Oh, is this going to be Dimir Rogues? Painful. I wonder if they're going to kill or counter Huntmaster. Yes. Ooh. Fatal Push. Man, that card seems pretty good. Maybe I'm going to see it a little bit more often. Decent. Not decent. Okay, well, I mean, it is Rootbound Craig. Sometimes Rootbound Craig has messed me up specifically like that. They probably have a counterspell anyway, so it didn't matter. Whatever we played would have been answered. We'll try for the best thing. Possibly could have drawn it out with Domri, which is temporary ramp. They could kill it. They can do lots of stuff to it. But now we'll try. Actually, Tribute to the World Tree. That could get us some benefit, but it isn't ramp. And I may want Domri to happen more than this. Oh, they're going to pop Blast Zone to take out Tribute to the World Tree. Okay. Okay, very interesting indeed. Well, I mean, I would like to play Domri. We want to force the Blast Zone, so we got to play something to make them pop it. Oh, okay. Maybe they don't. Interesting. Now they're getting flooded. My, oh my. Probably pop it now. Maybe they don't have a counter spell. They let it land and we say goodbye. Pop it. Nuts. Alright, yes. Long road trip. 100%. Get to sleep. The sleep that you desperately need. But hey, you can't counter Carnage Tyrant. Lights out, good luck. I mean, technically you can counter it with Divide by 0, but you won't have Divide by 0 forever. So hopefully we can get them. They better not have another one. Shark Typhoon. That was pretty good. Certainly does the trick. However, I think I'm just going to set up for some card draw. I'm going to make Marauding Raptor big. They can't do anything. They can't counter. They can't kill. I like it. I like it indeed. I hope. Yeah. It's a 3/3 shark. I'm not too worried about that. Shifting Ceratops could be coming in hot. Maybe. They may not want to kill Marauding. Well, maybe we'll say, okay. So whatever we play is bounced again, sadly. We do have Nykthos, which, well, it would give us a lot of green, I must say. Let me think. Could I get enough to do two things? Getting around the 1 divided by 0. 3, 7. No, at the most I would get 7 green here, so just another Carnage turn. Won't draw it out. Looks like they might just kill us with sharks, unfortunately. Yeah, that tends to do the trick. And we just didn't get enough stuff early enough. Yeah, I was thinking Alpine Moon. We'll leave it there. Try to get Tribute to the World Tree down. We saw it. We saw it do something once so far. Of course, that is always a possibility. You add a new thing and it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't feature much, or it takes a long time to feature. But hey, certainly seen worse tonight. That is reasonable. Bunch of lands, Castle Groundbreaker getting us to Carnage Towns, rampy stuff. Of course, hopefully they don't have a counter spell or a bounce spell. We're about to find out. Huh? Hey, it's good. Certainly countering any red or green spell with a mana value 6 or less. It tends to do it. But we do get Carnage Tyrant next turn, no matter what. Which is also quite nice. We drew out a Divide by 0, so cross our fingers they don't have another one in their hand. Do that environmental... Oh, they do. This could be nice. Of course, they get a source of blue, but they can't counter Carnage Tyrant anyways, so we're safe. Love it. Actually, we can do multiple things this turn. You know what? I'm just going to go Carnage Tyrant. I want to get it down. We could have done Huntmaster plus Topiary, just Regisaur, but any of those things would have certainly gotten answered. That's for sure. Carnage Tyrant is going to be the best. It's as if we had played something that could have given it haste. We get to attack with it this following turn, effectively the same as well. But we're going to try and draw stuff out. We'll see what happens with Huntmaster. We'll go with this plus Topiary. Another Carnage Tyrant could have been nice. So, okay. The Carnage Tyrant would have been nice. Alright. Sheoldred's Edict is good when the only creature you have is a big scary dino. Yeah. At least they don't know what we have in hand. Got a few tricks up our sleeve. Play that Shark Typhoon. Do it. You know you wanna. Okay, good. We get to have some fun here. But what is the most fun? Huntmaster for 2? Well, actually, you know what? Let's go Huntmaster plus Carnage Tyrant. And we can possibly go Regisaur afterwards, which I would quite like indeed. So I hope they haven't done too much nasty stuff. I imagine, hopefully Carnage Tyrant is safe. Sheoldred's Edict, doesn't matter. Ashiok, doesn't matter too much. They're basically tapped out, so that means they are dead if they don't play another land. Oh, it's tapped. Well, folks, I think that's going to do it. Smoke them. You got a fatal push. Doesn't matter. Just in case they have something that makes me pay an extra one, we're going to be doing this. Maximum damage aggression. Get her done. You're dead. Pretty sure it was. I didn't do the math. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, that's a lot of damage, and they only had one land. Maybe a fatal push to take out one of those tokens. I'm almost tempted to bring in Rending Volley. Some mixture of that stuff that we saw in Narset. We've seen Narset a lot tonight. Definitely much more control-y things than anything, which kind of is the trend, or was the trend, has been the trend today. So let's do it. Let's do it. Trim the tribute to the World Tree, of course. Might not be drawing any extra. Might have to be forced just to attack Narset to get some benefit from this thing that we played, and that really is maybe going to slow us down too much. Ghalta could get killed pretty easily, countered. Nah. A Xenagos. Well, we got to trim something somewhere. So it's going to be that. Okay, yep. Instant Keeper, big time. Oof. No, we're going to be bringing the pain to any creatures they have. It might be a few turns, of course. Hey, I'll take it. Imagine they'll have a counter spell ready and waiting for Domri by the time we get to 3, but oh, they're gonna have the fatal push for Huntmaster. They don't have a fatal push. Oh my goodness, that is insanity. Gotta be kidding. This is unheard of. If they just take out Huntmaster. Oh my. Oh, that. We get 5. Yes, there it is. They finally got fatal push. That is the only fatal push they have. Oh. Yes, please. Let's get her done. Oh. Maybe they have removal for 2, but they didn't use any removal early. So I think the only removal they have is that fatal push. There you go. That's it. Children's Edict maybe to sacrifice Regisaur. Oh yes. We had painful times. Multiple times tonight. But there you go. The Dimir Control opponent did not get a source of blue. I imagine maybe they were stuck with a bunch of sources and they didn't have the early fatal push to stop Huntmaster. We didn't have much benefit from it. We still got the 5 with Domri. I'd be very curious to see what they had in hand, I must say. But it happens to us all. Back and forth. The algorithm is not always against you. It will work in your favor sometimes. Guaranteed. If you play enough, it's going to happen. You got to have painful for you, painful for the opponent, and just kind of even. A nice slugfest. Back and forth. You feel like you earn the win. Guess I could have called this a mega stream. Certainly Tribute to the World Tree hasn't seemed like the best card draw yet. We seem to get the job done without it, which is a good point to make, but of course a very small sample size. Is this what I want to be doing? Well, I'm gonna give it a go. We at least have 2 untapped Actually, 3, that works. Rockfall Vale as our third land means it enters untapped. Oh, we've got the first Rakdos, never mind, let's play it safe. Rakdos Sacrifice, the first of the night, so could be nice. They don't have a counter spell for tribute to the World Tree. We do lose Huntmaster, all but guaranteed. Or they play Blood Tithe Harvester. Or Crooks. Hey, we talked about Crooks a little bit earlier. That's okay. I think I would rather kind of feel like I would rather Tyrranax Rex. Nah. We'll do 1 tribute to the World Tree. It will be tribute next turn, something else the turn after. Yeah. I don't see myself going tribute, especially. There it is. Wee bit of setup. It'll be pretty slow. I want to get the ramp from Topiary and the card draw with it being above 3 power. Just hope they don't have Thoughtseize. Okay, that's something. Hopefully they don't play that darn cat. Oh, they didn't play the cat. Oh my goodness. This just got infinitely better. Marauding gets to be a 4/5. They're okay. Hold on to your knickers, folks. We're gonna do some nice stuff. And I got another green with, Rakdos is finally doing something good. I'll take it. Okay. Huh. Only took about 2.5 hours, roughly. And it seems like we may have our first good tribute to the World Tree example. It's not unheard of. They have to do a whole lot of something. We take a lot of damage. It is rough with Marauding Raptor being a 4/5, but they can't play any other creatures right now. You do have to wait. It's always lovely when they make that mistake. We should still get Tyrranax Rex next turn. We do have enough. Possibly for Tyrranax Rex plus Ghalta. We'll see how it goes. Oh, they're not taking out Huntmaster. Oh my goodness. Maybe they will. No, they would have. It's odd. It's okay. If they're not careful, we'll kill them next turn. Oh, okay. Rakdos plus 2 lands, combined 5, 7. We got a total of 7. So it is Tyrranax Rex. Ghalta is 12 though. It forces Blood Tithe Harvester to block. Do I like that? Kind of. You know what? We're going to try that. Ghalta could draw some other creature, something like that. We'll see. Yeah, worth a shot. But Mayhem Devil definitely has to go down. Bouncer's Beatdown is certainly going to help in that regard a little bit. Yeah, Rakdos tapped for a lot of green. I'll let it happen at some point. Ooh, that would be good. Have to swing with Ghalta. They could steal it with Furnace Rains next turn, certainly. Hopefully they forget about the fact that Trample continues on through after they sacrifice Blood Tithe Harvester, or if they sacrifice it to the Witch's Oven. won't do that. Or will they? No. Okay. We're down to 1. If only we had Domri. Exactly lethal. I think they can kill us with the Mayhem Devil. If they play another Mayhem Devil, probably. If they get the cat, definitely. Take at least 6. Some with the blood token, the food. Mayhem Devil is 3. Yeah. We might be left with 1 or 2, potentially. If they can't steal Ghalta with Furnace Rains, untapping it, maybe we have them. Or perhaps they forget that Topiary Stomper cannot block in this particular moment. I don't have 7 lands to give it, or to get it to be able to attack and block. Okay, no. 2 blood tokens. 1, 2, 3, 6. That's not going to do it. 2 blood tokens, 3 from Mayhem Devil, total of 5. Witch's Oven sacrifices the Blood Tithe Harvester is 6. Nah, that is, it's got to be it. I'll wait and see. They could do some painful shenanigans. They could have Cauldron Familiar. Yes, oh, whew. Got her done. You don't even need a sweeper against Rakdos Sacrifice, but I definitely would say Bouncer's Beatdown. It's kind of why I want to bring in 4 copies, because, well, against Dimir Control, Dimir Rogues, more like it though, pretty good, although Dimir Rogues does have counter spells, so you might like Rending Volley. Some of the Rogues are part blue and black. Maybe you can hit them. But some rogues are mono black, and this can't target that. So, Bouncer's Beatdown at the very least. It could be used against anything. You just might have to pay 3 if you're not targeting a black permanent. But it's 100% what I want to be using in this matchup. Alpine Moon. Turn off Den of the Bugbear potentially. Castle Lockdwing, maybe. Nah. I still like Tribute to the World Tree. I know it will trim too. Gotta trim something somewhere. We'll trim 3. Let's go Ancient Imperiosaur instead. Go all out. We've taken a game from him. Let's be a little bit more risky, even though we're on the draw. I'm going to try it. If you don't have something for 2 and they go a turn 1 Thoughtseize, you don't discard it. And that just got a whole lot better, I would hope. Blood Tithe Harvester. Witch's Oven in the kitty, not the kitty cat. Still, we have not seen the kitty cat, so we're definitely getting very fortunate at the moment. I love when I don't see the kitty cat. Lands? No. Oh, they missed the land drop, so that is good for us. Of course, certainly play Domri. Get him to 4. Blood Tithe Harvester probably will be sent towards him, I would imagine. Take him back down to 1. If they play Mayhem Devil with a 3rd land, they'll sacrifice some stuff, but at the very least, if they don't play Mayhem Devil, Domri might be safe. Or they might just have removal for it. Domri is safe. This is good. This is very, very, very good. Because it means we get Castle Gamebreak next turn. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I almost messed that up. Phew. My goodness, that was a close one. Shifting Ceratops is what we get. Domri ramps for a green. Oh, nuts. I never get to use the ramp for removal, but that's not the case. This mana can be used for anything. So that means Bouncer's Beatdown will take out Blood Tithe Harvester. Beautiful. We'll use Witch's Oven to sack it to it to get some benefit from the oven, but otherwise it's worth it. Possibly could have, ramped with Domri, used that mana for shifting, and left one of the lands untapped so that we could use Bouncer's Beatdown some other time, but maybe they didn't play anything black this turn. I would be very surprised if that was the case, and it may be a Mayhem Devil, so could have been better to instead have that mana usable at any time as a land, instead of Domri's mana, which has to be used in that phase, whichever main phase you ramp with him. No Mayhem Devil. Maybe they have a lot of good stuff. They're certainly having a hard time deciding what to discard. Love it when they have that problem. Oh, a Witch's Oven. Dig for that Mayhem Devil. Where's she, Aldred? If all goes well, we get Tyrranax Rex next turn. Oh, they sacrificed a food to meet the requirement of Fatal Push. That's not so bad. And we lose Domri to the token, so that is very good indeed, I must say. We'll get Xenagos next turn. Tyrranax Rex the turn after that, I hope. Hopefully it's a land that isn't Castle Garenberg. Ooh. Kind of tempted to go Regisaur Alpha instead. Get bodies online. Hope they don't have another Fatal Push for the token, but I'll still get some aggression in, even though I expect the token will go down. Could be sacrificing the Unlucky Witness anyways. Surprised I didn't use it to block the token and then get some card advantage when it dies. They choose one of the two cards. They can play one of those two that they exile whenever Unlucky Witness dies. They would have taken less damage. They would have... They wanted to have more things to sacrifice when they played the Devil. The dastardly Mayhem Devil. Well, we could smoke them next turn, maybe. Not quite. Certainly not blocking the token. Regisaur Alpha going down, only needing one more damage to be killed. Now they will be sacrificing 1, 2, 3, 4. Regisaur Alpha likely is dying anyways. So the question becomes, what do I want to take out? Probably the Goblin. Yeah. We'll give it a go. They had at least 4 things to sacrifice. It didn't matter. I mean, it makes them it forces them to sacrifice less things to take him out, but still. I'd rather them not have the Goblin, make less treasures a turn, and let's hope for a forest or something, anything. Nykthos. I'd be happy with Nykthos next turn. Even though I think we're probably dead. Oh, well, we got the thing. Now, is the thing I want to use? Do I want to play Tyrranax Rex to maybe stop their aggression, double it next turn? How likely will they kill us? They're going to make a second copy of Mayhem Devil. So that's going to be 6 right there. Plus Unlucky Witness, 7. Witch's Oven, and Blood Token is another 4, 11. That's probably it. If we do stay alive, we'll be at 1. It's either 1 or dead. Probably dead. Be surprised if that wasn't the case. Maybe not. Okay. Interesting. That's odd. It's very, very, very odd. They didn't make the Mayhem Devil. Okay, well, that's a good game. I'll take it. You're not dealing 7 to me. Yeah. Being hit for 16. Almost. Okay. This is not quite. They have enough toughness to save themselves with the reflection of Kiki Jiki. Tends to do the trick. It was close. A valiant effort. Almost got it done in 2. Certainly would have been nice to take him down in 2. Interesting. Close, but no cigar. Very wacky hands that game, I must say. We see bouncers beat down. You see Mayhem Devil, you kill it. Don't make my mistake. Kill Mayhem Devil on sight. Don't even question anything else. Take out Reflection, of course. Hey, this hand might be nice. Maybe they don't have removal. Of course, plenty of lands, ramp, a little bit of interaction there. Certainly going to save it for the devil, if at all possible. No fatal push. Actually, they have a surge. What am I thinking? It was a Deno the Bugbear. So, of course, they wouldn't be able to kill it. But now they can. Okay. Well, they don't have 2 sources of black, so Marauding at least survives a turn. And we're left over with 1 green, which could take out something, a Blood Tithe Harvester. Hopefully that's what happens. Okay, I like this. At the very least, we could use Bouncer's Beatdown to take out that token. Question becomes, what will they block with? Let's see. They want to take it out. But that's just not going to happen. Boom. Lose the benefit from that. They lose that creature. Oh. Gotcha. Surprise. So the death trigger with Unlucky Witness, it doesn't happen, which is pretty good. We take away a minor sliver of their card advantage. And if they don't take out Marauding, oh boy, no fatal push. No fatal push. No fatal push. Oh boy. No fatal push. You can do it. No fatal push. Oh, Marauding Raptor survives to get Carnage Tyrant. Go time. Go time. Woo! Fired up. If they could have taken Marauding out with a fatal push, they're kicking themselves. I don't care if Marauding goes down. Fine by me. Trade with the Blood Tithe Harvester. Marauding probably was going to get killed by future removal anyways. They might draw it next turn. Let's get some benefit from Marauding and hope they don't make us sacrifice Carnage Tyrant. That's also a painful possibility. Very painful. Oh boy. Nothing much. Okay. We get the next Carnage Tyrant. Maybe they got Shieldred's Edict. They're digging for it to make us sacrifice Carney T. Who they got? Did they get it? They looked at him. looked at him. Or they're just looking at him because they hate that they can't do anything. There's not a whole lot if they don't have something that makes us sacrifice it. I'll throw it in ice. Now they just gotta sit there and feel bad. Oh, I didn't even need to play. Oh, wow. It was painful previously. It was good there. Hey, bounce around stuff. It's not like these decks I'm facing would be a whole lot different in higher levels. Rakdos Sacrifice in Platinum is the same in Diamond. It's the same in Mythic. Really just depends how the person got to Mythic. If they did some funny business, best of one alchemy to get to Mythic, to be in Mythic in all formats. Not my favorite thing, but there will be changes coming to Arena. Yeah. Maybe they split up the rank queues, but progress-wise, you're going to be making more progress for things, not just the daily wins from the recent stream. I should have been prepared and linked it. Whew, okay. It's close enough to 3 hours. Nice to end it on a positive note, getting back up to Platinum 3, taking down one of the top decks, possibly the top deck of the format at the moment with Rakdos Sacrifice. Just slap down the Carnage Tyrant, do the trick. It helps against everything. A good chance to see it. Now the question becomes, and the question still is, tribute to the World Tree. Is it the best card draw? It may be, but maybe it's not needed. We still got the job done. When we got the job done, we didn't need this to do that. And perhaps I would prefer more removal in its place, more creatures, so maybe something cheaper, roughly in the range of 3 or 4. I can play this to get a thing to play it, or it could just be a thing that does something good, like this. It is nice, I must say, putting the 2 counters on Huntmaster. It survives the ping from Marauding, but how often does that come up? Probably not too often. Still good. Ah, okay. That was fantastic. Take a bite out of that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're one of the few that isn't subscribed. Most of you that are subscribed do watch me. That's how I get most of my watch time. But yeah, if you happen to be new, if you happen to be staying up late watching this, or any time later on, Dinos for life. Dinos get the job done. Have a good rest of your time zone, whenever it is, wherever it is, and I'll see you next time.